Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Factorio for absolute beginners. We have just set up iron mine really far and we basically need to defend it. Pretty urgently need to defend it, honestly. We're a little bit too close to the nearest bases, so probably need to start by seriously knocking those down. And then we can make efforts to secure it properly. Let's just let this finish unloading. And we're off. Probably should try and make these trains faster, really. You can do that. I'm usually a little paranoid about it because it increases the chance of being run over by your own train. But seeing as we've reached the point where I'm trying to put bulk inserters in the train loading, making the trains faster would probably be a good plan. It'd probably actually make a difference. Okay. Right, just make a gate. And how are we going to do this? Right, so I want primarily destroyers, but we will make some distractors as well. Need to remember I don't need loads of these. Yeah, you see I've overdone it there. Destroyers really are very good. Yeah, so what happened there was I accidentally summoned too many destroyers because you get 5 at a time, and some of the ones I just made got destroyed to make way for the new ones, which was really wasteful. I'm not really even needing the grenades now, I'm just letting the destroyers do all the work and protecting me while I rocket to the life out of the enemy base. Oh, okay, I've used up all of my rockets now. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking maybe let's get more rockets before I attempt the next one. Still, that's pretty good. Okay, so did I pick up some more roboports? I did. So let's set some of these up while we're at it. Make some central. Right, so let me grab this one. It's obviously not going to be perfect. I'll put that there. And then we'll put the remaining one... Ooh, doesn't reach far enough. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. So it's nowhere near complete. But at least they are all connected now. So let me just drop the construction robots and the repair modules. Just try to... I know we already have a bunch of these. But it should vastly improve our defense. Interesting. Actually, before I put the mines down, let me finish culling everything. So I just need to go back for more. I'll give him some walls as well. Anything else I should be dropping off? I already had some things in there, so it's mostly the things I've ended up with too many of that are the problem. Okay, brilliant. So let's take you back, restock with rockets. Might grab some more ammunition. Probably overstocked already, but that is technically 2 iron mines in one. Why I'm picking up loads of steel. I should probably be picking up loads of iron, really. If anything. Just thinking about keeping the artillery shells coming as much as we can. I don't think they're particularly low on them. Oh, good grief, we're actually full up on iron here as well. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Okay, well that's good. Maybe I can stop doing this sort of thing soon. go. Let's make another one of those, make another steel chest. So with that in mind, who else needs steel? You definitely need steel. But if you need steel, then probably you also need steel. Yeah, in fact, you're the big hold up, aren't you? So we get you sorted. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I think we've got what we need now. Let's get back out there. While I think about it, let's build a few more of those. Because I do want to replace a bunch of fast inserters with bulk inserters. Probably gonna have to summon this back now anyway. That's fine, I just wanted it to kind of wait around until we needed a lift back. Oh, that's not great for our iron supplies, to be fair. So I'd better make sure I send it off on its normal rounds after this, and I'll use the copper trains for transport. I think it'll take long to offload this. No, we're good. Anything we don't still have, we will just have to do without. The main thing we needed was the rockets in any case. Happy to have a couple more of the roboports though, that should help us to fill in some of the details. We technically should have sped up our speed module research as well, because I dumped some steel into the electric furnace manufacturing. This is a very, very circuitous route. Not to worry. Right, so let's send you off on your merry way. You can go do iron stuff. And I shall try to take down this base. So we'll do 4 of those. Yeah, this base would have been a challenge in the past, shall we say. Ooh, let me just... The destroyers really are helping, because instead of having to defend myself I'm able to just rely on the destroyers to do the defense, which is definitely nice. Just need to keep an eye out for the destroyers running out of oomph. I'm going to focus on the spitter things with the rockets, so that when I run out of rockets, we can finish everything off. Oh, hang on. Getting damaged. Getting damaged. Okay. Let me just... cause a bit of chaos with my grenades. And... ooh. There's another spitter left. I think we can just finish this now. Nice. Okay, that was easier than I'm used to. Right. So now we want to set some mines out. The remaining closest base, at least, is to the west. There's no real rhyme or reason to how I'm setting these mines out. I'm sure there's a very efficient way to do it, like a best practice or something, but I'm not too concerned. Really just want to have some there to thin out the enemy numbers and make it a little easier for our other defences. To take down any attacks. Okay, that's a pretty good start. And make another gate. Just for convenience. And we'll try and fill in some more of this. Not necessarily expecting complete coverage here, but can at least have something a little closer. I don't know if that's bad, honestly. Let me just put down another chest. A bit more central this time. And what else? Well, if nothing else, I want to drop the mines off. I doubt there's anything else particularly major that we need to be concerned about. Right, brilliant. Okay, I think I can consider this iron mine pretty much operational. The remaining bases aren't too close. There's probably other mines we should be worrying about before we worry about those. It does only have 4 mines at the moment, so I'll probably revisit it later to finish those off. Interesting. Although I think I had 4 mines going down there anyway, so let's put the new one in here. Yeah, I could probably do going through all the iron mines and giving them bulk inserters to offload with, really. I completely failed to drop off the ammunition I had. Never mind, maybe I'll drop it off here instead. This also being a double mine situation. So yeah, mostly thinking about wanting to get bulk inserters in now. Not so much in the copper mines. Although actually it might be a good idea on this one. Because isn't this the one where everything can get held up? Having said that, it might just make more sense to finally route around it, because this area I don't think is in much danger of attack. So even though I normally wouldn't put traffic lights out in the open where the train will be vulnerable if it stops, not to mention not being completely sure that the traffic lights themselves won't be attacked. I seem to have more traffic lights than I expected to have. But in this area at least, I don't really think there's any actual danger. Yeah, I think we're good. Getting attacked a bit, but I think we're good. Okay, right. Let me grab the copper train. I think Copper Mine Southwest is where we are. So that kind of works out nicely. Better keep an eye on it in case I'm wrong. No, Copper Mine Southwest, that's fine. But yeah, I do want to do a tour of the iron mines, fixing any problems and replacing the loading fast inserters with bulk inserters. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I need to remember I've just put a diversion in, so I don't need to worry about emptying that mine. Or making the most of while the train's there, rather. Don't really need to worry about emptying it because we are overloaded with copper. Although as the new iron mine picks up, that may stop being the case. Right, let's grab more ammunition because there's bound to be an iron mine somewhere along the route that wants some. Could even just drop off a little bit at every place. And I should make a point of making some more bulk inserters. While I'm here, let's get the underground belts up to 20. Anything else? Nothing much that I can immediately think of. Okay, brilliant. Where's the gear wheels? Oh, can make another passive provider chest and another steel chest. Oh, here we go. It's good to wonder then. It felt like they were deliberately avoiding giving me gear wheels. Maybe they're just naturally a low priority or something. Okay. Let's go see if we have any iron trains. I should probably put some more concrete down really. Right, where is the iron train? Heading up to Iron Mine West. Okay then, well, come back and get me and we will go and check out Iron Mine West together. At least we seem to have pretty good stocks of iron at the moment. Just might use the copper up a bit more. Yeah, I should definitely speed these trains up. So I think the actual research is to do with braking speed, so it's when they go around corners they don't have to slow down as much. Or at least it takes them less time overall. Okay, so we've already got bulk inserters here. However, 2 of the iron mines have run out. Doesn't look like there's any particular need for ammunition. Seem to have plenty. So generally I'd say this one's good. It looks like it's running low on iron, so let's go drop this off. In fact, more to the point, how about if you take me to Iron Mine Southeast, and then I will send you to drop your iron off, and you can come back and get me. While I check Iron Mine Southeast out. So that way I'm not sitting around waiting. Okay. This has always been a bit sparse in terms of iron as this one. Plenty of ammunition, but we don't have bulk inserters on the loading. Other than that though, it all seems pretty good. Yep, no other issues. Come and pick me up. Okay, let's check out Iron Mine Southwest. This in theory should be our best iron producer, but I don't think I've checked it for a while. Probably went there when setting up the artillery, so it'd be interesting to see how that's doing as well. But in theory it should be able to load up here, and it shouldn't be a problem if I bring it back as well. Right. Might as well just put another one down actually. There we go. That's that bit sorted. Ammunition is okay, not completely chock-a-block. Looks like the artillery is fully active. Yeah, it doesn't have a bunch lying in wait, but it does have a few spares. Still, it wouldn't hurt to check where we're at with the artillery. Okay. Quarry was in a very sad state. Not to worry. Okay, right, so we probably don't need those anymore. And we'd be better off with some closer ones. That's good. A bit of damage here. But otherwise, looking pretty good. Guessing someone just tried to start a base. So this artillery has got plenty of surplus. So nothing to worry about there at least. how about you come and come and get me. You take me down to far south. Oh, I didn't do the bulk inserters. That's one of the big things I wanted to do here, because this is probably our best producing iron mine. In fact, honestly, that probably covers it. That's not so bad, yeah, because I've probably actually done far southwest already. And even if I haven't, I'm going to have to go back there soon in any case to check on things. So let's move this here, so it was about to go over there. Yeah, we're completely rammed with iron now. That's looking a lot better. Much happier with that. Right, so hopefully that means our artillery's being produced quite thick and fast as well, so... And everything else. Let's just see if there's some more bots. Just the one. Okay, why are we not getting enough advanced circuits? Is it just a question of time? Yeah, I think it's just time. Oh, it's plastics. Interesting. Okay, some of these aren't operating. Probably means something is full. Light oil isn't full. Heavy oil is full. Right. That's fair enough. Heavy oil is full because lubricant is full. You're rammed up and you just can't make robot frames fast enough, is all it amounts to, so that's fine. So probably the best move would be to make more lubricant storage. That's probably the main thing that we would need heavy oil for. There we go. And that sort of gets everything moving again. Yeah, so the problem there was that none of these were functioning because we were chock full of heavy oil, so we weren't producing any petroleum gas, so we weren't producing any plastic, or at least not much, and that was holding everything up. Probably partly explains why we're rammed with iron now as well, because there's been a whole load of iron that we just haven't been able to use. As always, need to keep an eye out on the bottlenecks. Okay, so this should increase our lubricant storage by 50%. That should keep us going for a while. We could try to make another one of these. Thing is, eventually we're going to run out of flying robot frames anyway, so we may just need to find another use for it. So I tend to only be using relatively small amounts of the drones. Although I suppose we do use the flying robot frames for the yellow vials as well, to be fair. So we're never going to fully run out. Okay. So assuming we're not going to have anything coming in from the west. If I set you to make flying robot frames, I'll just have you contributing to the yellow vial pool, I think. So that'll give you your steel. Batteries, electronic circuits. And these, of course. Okay, well that's not so bad. I can just run a transport belt down there for that one. So that gives us our electric engine units. I can just put... Oh, it should be a fast splitter for this. Okay. Yeah. Let's stay consistent after all. Okay, so there's your electronic circuits. And the final thing will be the batteries. Yeah, that's a nuisance. Tell you what, how about we do the faster one, because that will go further. It's definitely an argument for using the faster transport belts in general. Can't really see any need for them here, other than it allows me to have a longer underground belt, which is fine. That's quite sufficient of a reason. Okay, so we're now producing the flying robot frames twice as fast. And it does look like they are the hold-up, the bottleneck when it comes to the yellow vials. Yeah, they do take quite a while to build actually, don't they, to be fair. I suppose there's an argument I could try and put speed modules in instead of production modules. Although that does rather go against the grain for me. Okay, that's twice as fast anyway, so we'll leave that going. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we won't get clogged up again for a while. Although I am thinking maybe I should provide some direct heavy oil storage as well. Just to be on the safe side. And let's dump some steel in the artillery shells while I'm at it. Okay, I need to replenish some of the things I used, so I need a couple of faster underground belts. One of the faster splitters, a few of the other splitters. I used up a lot of the bulk inserters I had, and I've lumbered myself with some batteries that I don't need, which I may as well drop off. Yeah, it still doesn't look like we're producing anything like enough plastic. Although, I mean, to be fair, I've only really got one thing producing plastic, so that's not really a surprise. Okay, so, chemical plant. Yeah, you see, I've ramped these up immensely and there just isn't enough plastic to reach, I don't think. It's not too bad, we're not far off, but I think we could definitely do with another plastic making chemical plant. All things considered. Right, well, I did use pumps last time. Actually, I suppose I could not use pumps this time, just as an experiment. Because I don't really think it makes any difference. Right, so we just want petroleum going into both of those. So if I just get me pipes. I'm gonna lengthen them out a bit just in case I decide later that I want pumps. You can go. Yeah, that's fine. Plenty of petroleum. Just replenish the pipes to ground. Bulk inserters back to 15, and we reckon steel chest. Okay, so if I put a splitter in there, that should do it, I think. Get more of our coal used as well while we're at it. Brilliant. Plastic being produced twice as quickly. Just replenish the things we used there. And that should do it, I reckon. Okay, brilliant. I think we're more or less there now. Just dump some steel into this because it's really not getting enough still, despite all the iron that we've got knocking around. Appear to have ended up with some coal for some reason. That can just go in here, I think. Right, so I'm thinking next time let's look at artillery trains. Although we don't appear to have much artillery in the trade. But that might just mean that it's just done a drop off, to be fair, so hopefully that's actually a good sign. Okay, so what do we do? So iron mine really far. We basically culled, well, completely destroyed the two enemy bases that were threatening it most directly. It's still a bit surrounded, but possibly no more so than some of the other bases. It's a bit quicker, closer, I suppose. Also set up a rather better network. In fact, thinking about it, let's grab some roboports. I've hopefully made a few more with all that stuff I did, so we might actually be able to finish that off. But yeah, so it's quite well defended now anyway, was the point of all that. We still need to go back there, probably set up some additional mines, check on the ones that we've made, but generally that's looking pretty good. Okay, managed to get something stuck. That's definitely not a good thing. I didn't realise we still had things getting stuck. What are you? Iron mine far southwest. Why were you trying to go through the quarry? Alright, so that's another thing I need to worry about. Because apparently it's still possible for things to get stuck there. Makes very little sense to me, when there's a perfectly good alternative route. Maybe it's to do with when the trains arrive, maybe they were right on each other's heels, although I don't think they should be. Very odd. Now things are better defended, maybe I should just make a third route that just goes around the base or something. Could even use this, I suppose. Just resign myself to this being a mess. So that's a possibility, make a full-on bypass there. Try and stop the trains from getting stuck. But yeah, other than that, had a look at the main base, discovered that we were having serious problems with plastic, which were down to serious problems with petroleum, which were down to being maxed out on heavy oils and lubricants. So I made some effort to speed up production of both plastics and flying robot frames. Try and get rid of that bottleneck. So it's just general improvements. So for next time, apart from this bypass and needing to check on this iron mine really far, I do want to look at our artillery, especially in the south. See if there's anywhere else we can set up new artillery, and I think the artillery here needs activating. So I'm hoping it might be nicely ready. And this one was getting a little bit low, so also want to check on that. But yeah, we will handle that next time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you then.